I've been coding professionally since 2012, and when I look back, the biggest thing I regret isn't a bad job or a wrong language or even a failed project. It's the years I wasted caring about the wrong things. Things that felt important at the time, but honestly didn't move the needle at all. And if you're learning to code right now, especially with AI everywhere, endless advice, and everyone sounding confident online, I'm willing to bet you're stressing about the same stuff I did. So in this video, I don't want to teach you syntax or sell you shortcuts. I just want to sit with you for a few minutes and tell you what actually mattered and what I really wish I had ignored completely. Because if you stop caring about the wrong things early, learning to code gets a lot calmer, a lot more effective, and yes, even fun. Let's start with the one thing that wastes the most time. Wrong focus, number one. Am I learning the wrong thing? When I started learning to code, I was constantly worrying about this. Am I learning the right language? Python, JavaScript, data, front-end or back-end, or maybe both of them at the same time. I didn't realize it back then, but I spent more energy deciding and stressing than actually learning. And here's the truth I wish someone told me earlier. Your first language doesn't matter nearly as much as you think. What matters is learning how to break problems down, get stuck without panicking, and slowly figuring things out. The people who struggle long-term aren't the ones who picked the wrong language. They're the ones who keep switching because they're afraid to commit. If you're learning something and actually practicing, you're already doing the right thing. Clarity only comes after action and not before. Wrong focus, number two. I'm too slow. Another thing I cared about way too much early on was how slow I felt. I'd watch someone explain a concept and of course, they made it look easy. Meanwhile, I needed to pause, rewind, rewatch the same part 1,000 times. And I kept thinking, if I was smarter, I would get this faster. But here's what nobody tells beginners. Feeling slow doesn't mean you're bad at coding. It usually means something rare, that you're actually thinking. Learning to code is like learning a new language. At first, every sentence feels heavy. You translate in your head, you hesitate before you speak, you feel uncomfortable. But that's not failure. That's your brain building new paths. The people who get it fast are the ones who either saw something similar before or they just copy pasting things without understanding. Real understanding is quiet and slow. And yes, it is uncomfortable. I've been doing this for years and I still slow down when something is new to me. That never goes away. So if you feel slow right now, good. It means your brain is working and not skipping. Wrong focus, number three. My code must be perfect. Early on, I believed something that sounded responsible, but instead did a lot of damage. I thought if I write messy code, I will learn bad habits. So I tried to make everything clean. Perfect names, perfect structure, perfect solutions. You know, most of the times, if not every time, I spend more time thinking about code than actually writing it. And here's the truth. Clean code is not the starting point. It's actually the reward you get later on. Writing code is like learning to draw. Your first drawings will not look good. And that's true. Unless, of course, you're the new Picasso. No matter how much theory you read, you only improve by writing more and more and more lines. Ugly code that works is not a failure. It's a step, a huge step. And most beginners never reach clean code because they never finish anything. They stop too early, they delete too much, they try to be professional before they're experienced. What actually helped me was simple. Write the messy version, make it work, improve it later. Clean code grows from experience and not from fear. If your code works, it means you're doing something right. Wrong focus, number four. I will start when I feel ready. One of the biggest lies I told myself was this. I will start when I feel ready. Ready to build a project, ready to apply for a job, ready to call myself a developer. I thought confidence came first and action came after. But here's the truth, and that one might surprise you. Feeling ready is not the start. It's the result. I didn't feel ready when I built my first project. I didn't feel ready when I applied for my first job. I definitely didn't even feel ready after I was already working as a developer. Confidence won't show up one day. It slowly grows after doing uncomfortable things again and again and again and again. Learning to code is a lot like learning to swim. You can read about swimming, watch videos about swimming, you can even buy the most expensive swimsuit. But you only learn when you get into the water. And yes, at first, it feels scary. You swallow water, you panic a little, you feel stupid. The only difference is, with swimming, you could die. With coding, you won't, unless you do something really, really wrong. The worst thing that happens is your code breaks, you learn something, and you try again. That's not failure, that's actually real learning. If you're waiting to feel confident before you start, you will be waiting forever, believe me. I see that all the time. So start confused, start scared, start anyway. And you might ask, so Pete, what actually matters? After all these years, this is what I believe matters most. Not the language, not speed, not perfect code, not confidence. What matters is how you practice. Do you just watch or do you do? Do you avoid mistakes or do you learn from them? Do you jump between random advice or follow one clear path long enough to struggle? This is where most people get stuck today. There's too much content, too many opinions, too many shortcuts, especially with AI. Without structure, learning becomes exhausting. Quick note before I continue, this video is sponsored by Scrimba. I only work with them because they genuinely match how I believe people should learn how to code. This is why I'm very careful with what I recommend to you. If something looks good but doesn't help you learn, it's not worth your time. Scrimba fits everything we talked about in this video. They don't just show you code, they make you think and write it yourself. With Scrimba, the tutorial and the code editor lives in the same place. You can pause the lesson at any moment, edit the code yourself directly in the browser, no setup, no installations. You try things, you break things, and when something doesn't work, their AI gives you feedback on the spot and helps you understand why. That's where real learning happens. Scrimba also gives you the structure you need, clear learning paths and real projects, so you're not jumping between random tutorials or wasting time wondering what to build next. And while Scrimba is well known for front-end, they now also cover back-end, full-stack, and even AI-related paths, so it grows with you as you progress. A big part of their content is free, so you can start learning without paying anything. And if you later decide to go for the pro plan, using my link below will give you 20% off. If you choose their annual plan, that discount stacks on top, so you save even more. But again, only if and when it makes sense for you. No pressure. Just a solid place to start, learn, and practice the right way. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. You didn't waste time because you're bad at coding. You wasted time because you were caring about the wrong things. And now you don't have to. If you're early in your journey and feeling behind, you're just at the uncomfortable part before things start to click. If this helped you, tell me in the comments. Which one of these did you worry about the most? Trust me, you're not alone here. Like and subscribe, you legend. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Pete, and I'll see you on the next one.